Yo, what's going on, guys? Nexy here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video that a lot of you have been asking for. I'm going to be going over basic combos, things to look for when you are playing on a Stamina Nightblade. Basically, so you could be better than all the other ones and kind of just like set yourself apart. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be going over today. There's a lot to go over, but I'm going to do my best to try and explain everything in this video. So mainly what you want to do is you want to time ultimates, and you want to be able to predict people's bursts and be able to keep up your buffs. Alright, so I'm going to be going over some things that you guys should be looking out for. Possibly the main thing, in my opinion, that you guys should be looking out for is obviously your buffs. Keeping up your buffs at all times. Don't let them go down. Most importantly, don't let your vigor go down. It's probably one of the most important skills in your entire toolkit. Um, and I recommend front barring it, to be honest. It's easier to use it during engagements if you have it front barred. Now, it's equally important to watch your opponent's buffs to see if they drop, because um, when they drop, it opens up burst potential for you to do a lot more damage, especially if they drop vigor. That's one thing that you guys should be really looking out for, especially when you counter burst, because if someone's attacking you, applying a lot of pressure, and you got an in cap bow ready, or even just an in cap, what I'd recommend doing is you can take advantage of that, reapply your vigor, and if they don't have their vigor applied and they're applying pressure to you, they're essentially going to be susceptible to a lot more damage since they're on their front bar and they have vigor down. So if you are dueling a target that either has sword and board on their back bar, you're going to want to time your burst to be on their front bar, because you're going to do a lot more damage to them. Now I'm going to be going over keeping track of these enemy ultimates. So it's pretty simple. For a Dawnbreaker, it usually comes back after one entire rotation. So you're probably going to want to watch out for that, and make sure to surprise attack, block when you are going in for your pressure, so they don't try and counter burst you and be able to CC you from that Dawnbreaker. Now, I recommend playing more defensive when you know an enemy has an ultimate up, just so you don't accidentally take a big hit from the enemy's ultimate. I'd recommend taking advantage of every single passive you have. If you're a Nightblade, you're obviously going to want to attack from the flank. If you're not attacking from the flank, you're missing out on a lot of damage from the CP from Backstabber and from your penetration that you gain for attacking from behind. Alright, so now for the offense part of the class. What I'd recommend is really analyzing your targets, seeing what their habits are. You know, if they over dodge roll, you need to take that into account and be able to counter that to be able to burst them. Um, Also, what I also recommend doing is taking advantage of off balance. When you see a target is off balance from uh, a block from behind, I recommend taking full advantage of it, because it's a stun that is not very predictable on targets that are very good. So obviously, I also recommend staying very defensive while you're off balance. It's a little thing that's going to pop up on your screen. Okay, so now for the clips in the background. As you can see, I look for a opportunity to be able to attack. So I noticed that he dodge rolls after he gets pressured heavily, so I take that into account, and I wind up a heavy attack after I hit him with another attack. And also, I waited for his buffs to drop to be able to do a lot more damage. In this next clip, uh, I'm going to look for another opportunity to hit. I noticed that he drops an in cap on me, so I block and do my best to play it defensively and safe. I recommend keeping your timers on for in cap. It's very important. on all tunes. So here I'm just playing it defensive, keeping my buffs up, looking for an opportunity. I see that he dropped Vigor, and then after that I try and engage, but he does a good job defending it. But then after that he ends up losing the duel.